So I see a lot of people playing with one specific playstyle, that being either fire or ice or poison, and they mainly just stick to that. While this is a very good example, and the same thing goes for using a bow or executions a lot, that is very good. However, you shouldn't stick in that one playstyle, and I'll explain why. So if you stick in the one playstyle, let's say I did an all fire build, okay? Let's just theoretically say my weapon, my sword was fire, and whenever I shot people with my bow, it catches them on fire, and the Wraith Blast that happens around my feet when pressing R and whatever was fire. Well, then the game is gonna realize, hey, this guy's using fire, so let's bring in more enemies into the nemesis system, or adapt. Rather than that, take the ones that are already in there and adapt them to be fireproof. Here's the thing. I'll give you a very good, perfect example of this. Ready? I was playing yesterday, and I actually didn't get any of it recorded, unfortunately, but I was playing yesterday, and I came across this guy. Alright, okay? He was a normal, regular guy. I used my Wraith Blast, which has poison on it, okay? So that poisoned him, his grunts around him. He managed to escape because I got ambushed. Alright, you see what I'm getting at here? I called him my bodyguard when I first attacked the guy. Okay, so the guy then retreated because another guy ambushed me. You understand what I'm saying here? You're getting me? I'm trying to go slow so it makes more sense and you can kind of visualize it. So he retreated. I encountered him about 15-20 minutes later. He ambushed me. The guy that ran away ambushed me. Okay, all right? He came along the lines and he was like, you know, I hope you don't have your little bodyguard to help you this time or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, he was basically saying that I couldn't face him alone. So I took a look at him and I realized because I gave him poison damage before he retreated, he was then sickly. However, the game had adapted to knowing that I had poison damage. You understand what I'm saying? And then on top of that, there was my bodyguard was now his rival. So I called in my bodyguard and just to see what would happen, you know, see what it would do. And the dude got terrified and fucking fled the scene. You know, he was terrified of his rival, which was my bodyguard because of that encounter. Not just because it was my bodyguard, but I had poison damage. My bodyguard had poison damage, and this is where the game then comes into play to play and learn how you're playing. Let me explain what I'm talking about right there. The game plays you while you're playing it. The nemesis system adapts to how you're playing. If you do an all poison build, you better make sure you have ice in there backed up somewhere, because as you play, the game will realize, this guy's doing an all poison build, so we're gonna send people who are poison proof towards him. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying here? We're gonna send people who are fireproof towards him. The same thing goes for Caragors and Graugs and the spider summons as well. If you summon in more Caragors, the game will generate and put in the existing nemesis systems will make the Beastmasters have more stuff against Caragors. If you summon in Graugs, you will encounter more Graug Slayers. If you summon in spiders, you will encounter either more people who are terrified of spiders if you summon them while you are attacking them, either that or people who actually, you know, get enraged by it or something. The game tries to play you as you're playing it. And the same thing goes for dragons as well. So there's not really much you can do. So my ultimate strategy for everybody, do not stick to one play style. You have the Wraith Blast on the ground, which I always recommend everybody go with fire and ice, okay? That way you can switch it up. And the game on Gravewalker difficulty is actually so intelligent that even switching up doesn't matter. So just remember, while you're playing the game is figuring out what you're doing and calculating everything you do in a sense. The nemesis system. So if you use more poison, either the guys you're facing is going to get more sickly, or they may even become poison proof. If you're using fire, the game adds more fireproof people. So think about that as you're going through. If you use executions more than anything else, then you will come across people who are immune to execution. If you use your bow a bunch, you will come to people who are immune to arrows, who are, you know, basically they can't be hurt by arrow. They're arrow proof. You know what I'm saying? So as you go throughout the game, try to use your stuff evenly. If you come across a guy and a couple guys where you absolutely have to use a certain item, that's understandable. But just remember, as you're playing the game is trying to download how you're playing and disperse new nemesis enemies based on how you're playing. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully this helped you guys. Be sure to always be on your feet and able to adjust your play style. And don't forget, you can go into the skill menu while even in battle and change your skills around. So you can change your Wraith Blast, your summon skills, different things like that. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hopefully I helped. And if I did, don't forget to hit that like button and I'll see you guys next time.